Hey guys, what's up? Justine here, and I'm back today with another video. I'm kind of on a roll. I've been kind of on a roll lately. Been coming up with lots of ideas for you guys, which is super exciting. I was really determined this year to start being more productive and more engaged with my channel, so this is awesome. So today, as I'm sure you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about, is nursing for you? I get so many questions asking me. I'm a student in high school. I'm thinking of going into nursing, but I don't know if it's for me. Would you have any advice? So today I'm coming to you guys with a bunch of, facts or advice to help you guys decide if nursing is for you. So I have them on my phone here, which I will be reading off of, and my camera keeps stopping me for absolutely no reason. Unless I'm moving my arms like this, it just stops me, and it's really annoying. Alright guys, I'm back. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing that I recommend you take into consideration when you're thinking about going into nursing is that you have to be ready to work hard, and I say that in school and on the job. School is a lot of work, and people always ask me, they say I'm taking prereqs in sciences and I'm not doing so well. People are telling me that I'm not meant to go into nursing because I can't do well in sciences and I have a hard time at school. And what I always tell them is that if you're determined to make it through and to put in the effort, there's no reason that you can't succeed. If you want this so bad, you're gonna put in all the work to make it happen. If it's your dream, it's gonna happen. You're gonna find a way. Definitely I recommend watching study tip videos, watch study with me videos, anything to get you motivated to help you reach your goals is definitely something to do. Alright, next is pretty obviously you have to be a people person. If you don't like talking to people and engaging with people, you're gonna have a hard time in nursing because not only do you have to talk to the patients, but you have your whole multidisciplinary team that you need to deal with. You have family members, you have pharmacy, you're constantly on the phone. So if you don't like people, maybe nursing is not for you. However, there are so many branches to nursing, whereas you can do research in a lab, you can work in a community setting with less individuals around you every day. You can work in a clinic, in an office. There's so many different ways, but you still will be working with people and you still do have to be a people person to the bare minimum. I don't really like people. I'm kind of a loner and I'm just leave me be. But at work, I'm different. I actually enjoy engaging with patients and everyone else. Okay, next is so freaking obvious. You have to like the medical field. If you don't like the medical field, nursing is not for you. You have to enjoy learning about procedures and diagnoses, medications. If that doesn't passionate you, if you don't enjoy those things, then nursing is probably not for you because that's what nursing is. Obviously, there's a very big caring aspect, but the caring goes hand in hand with the medical aspect of the field. Okay, next is something that I actually didn't learn to do until I actually got on the job, and that's stand up for yourself. It's so important as a nurse to be an advocate for your patients and for their families, and that means standing up to the doctors, to the pharmacists. If you pick up any mistakes, you have to bring it to the team, and you can't be afraid. If the doctor prescribed something for your patient, but you know your patient better, and you know that maybe they're allergic to it and they didn't check their allergies. Maybe they've taken it before and they didn't react well to it. Maybe they made a mistake and they prescribed the wrong medication. Anything like that. Maybe pharmacy made a mistake. Maybe the nutritionist orders the wrong diet because you know your patient better. Anything like that, you can't be afraid to stand your ground because at the end of the day, you know the patient best. You spend the most time with them, and so you have to be their advocate because a lot of the times they don't have anyone advocating for them, and that's one of the major roles of nursing, is being a patient advocate. Next is you need to be able to adapt. You have to be very flexible in terms of adaptability. You can start your shift one way and then something happens and you end up a completely different way. When I was doing my internship in ICU, we had 2 patients and one of them had to go for a pacemaker and the nurse had to go with him. So she had to pack her things and go with the patient to the other hospital to get his pacemaker done and basically just leave her other patient for the other nurses to take care of. And she was there, we were there the whole day and only came back at 2:30. So you have to be adaptable to different situations. If your patient's crashing, you need to be able to deal with that and then meanwhile send them down and then have another admission. And it's when I mean send them down, I mean like to ICU or something, and then have another admission from emerge, and then deal with that while your other patients are doing not so well, or they need something, or one of your coworkers hurts his back and needs to go to the emergency. Well, now we have to split his load. So it's a constantly moving environment, and you need to be able to just go with the flow, and that you do learn on the job. And at first it may be hard because you're kind of new and you're not so used to it, but with time it will come. Okay, last but not least is you have to enjoy hands-on work. Like, nursing is very technical based. You have to put in IVs, you have to do bloods, you have to do dressings, you have to give IV medications, you have to, I don't know, what am I missing? Change diapers, you have to support your patient while you're transferring them. It's a lot of hands-on while you're constantly thinking. So some people, I know my cousin is like this. She can't do both. She has to do one or the other. So for her, she has to, well, she's in med school right now. So she prefers to go assess her patient, come back, and then write her findings and then discuss it. Whereas in nursing, you're assessing your patient while you're thinking of the other million things you have to do, and then while you're charting, you're thinking of other things, and you're answering questions, and you're calling pharmacy, and it's a bunch of things at once, and it's sometimes very hard to focus on the one thing you're doing, but obviously for safety reasons you have to, but you always have the other things in the back of your mind going, and like, so you'll be changing a patient's dressing while you're thinking about, I don't know, about that you have to call pharmacy and you have to call the kitchen, and you have Mrs. B's IV to hang, and then you have this guy's thing to do, and then why was that guy a demented? So while you're doing this, and then why is his wound looking like, it's everything at once, and you really only get time to sit and think when you're charting, but then again you get interrupted, and anyway, it's a whole thing. So you definitely have to enjoy hands-on and to be able to think and to do at the same time. Alright guys, so I hope that helped you guys out a little bit for those of you that are thinking of going into nursing but aren't sure. If you have any more questions, as always, leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. If you guys want me to do a Q&A about this topic, I think that would be a good idea actually. If you guys want, you can leave me your questions down below regarding if nursing is for you, and then, because these things that I addressed is personally what I thought of, but you guys probably thought of different things. So leave me your questions down below regarding if nursing is for you, and if there's enough questions, I'll definitely make a Q&A for you guys, answering all your questions in detail, because I don't know if you know this about me, but I love doing Q&As. So definitely leave your questions down below. I will try to get through them as fast as possible, make a Q&A and get it out to you guys as fast as possible. As always, thank you for your support. I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!